He had just come off an AJA title and that clutch 3-4-1 playoff at Coral Springs, proving he wasn't leaning on his last name but earning every bit of it. NBC Sports even declared that CharlieWoods wasn't just in the field, he was the field. The setup was perfect. Form, headlines, the crowd, everything pointed to a breakthrough. But by the end of day 2, the buzz had shifted for all the wrong reasons. At Trinity Forest, anticipation was sky high. Yet his opening round crashed just as hard and 81-11 over par, dropping him to a tie for 242nd out of 264. From the start, the cracks showed. A drive pushed right, a missed fairway, for doubles, wedges coming up short, and putts refusing to fall. By the turn, he was already 8 over, his game unraveling as visibly as his body language, shoulders slumping, stride slowing, confidence fading. The cameras caught it, the crowd noticed it, and worst of all, Charlie felt it. This wasn't just frustration. It looked like the weight of the moment bearing down in real time. Analysts didn't hold back. Off Monthly called it an uphill task before day 2 had even begun. What started as a stage for a contender quickly turned into a crisis. Round 1 didn't just tell a story, it screamed it. The numbers weren't just bad. They were brutal. NBC's coverage showed just how tough it was. Charlie ranked near the bottom in fairways hit, with only a handful of players finding fewer. It wasn't about distance, it was accuracy, and misses left and right left him constantly scrambling just to recover. At this level, that's a losing battle. WFAA noted he converted only one up and down out of several chances, a glaring weakness. At the elite junior stage, every missed green turned into bogey or worse. Even his short game, normally a reliable strength built on years around PGA Tour setups, collapsed under pressure. Then came the put-along short misreads. Nothing dropped. 2 3-putts on the front 9 and a lip-out on 16 told the story. And by day's end, his putting stats were among the worst in the field. Trinity Forest's greens are tough, but they swallowed him whole. The scorecard was brutal, +11 after 18, 9 shots behind the projected cut of +2, and with only 1 round left, it wasn't just unlikely, it was nearly impossible. More than a bad day, it was a full statistical spiral, the kind you don't climb out of in a single round. And through it all, Tiger was there, walking stride for stride inside the ropes. But unlike past AJGA events or the PNC, there were no whispers, no reads, no fatherly tips, just silence. Hat down, arms crossed, stone-faced from the first tee to the 18th green. Yahoo Sports called it the quietest round Tiger's ever walked, and it showed. The greatest golfer of all time stood just feet away from his son, yet felt miles apart, and in that silence, the tension only grew heavier. The silence around Tiger grew louder than any crowd, and analysts began to wonder, was this tough love, or was he stepping back from the pressure himself? One Golf Magic commentator summed it up. Tiger knew this had to be Charlie's moment, even if it meant crumbling, because this wasn't about fixing mechanics. It was about learning what it means to fall in front of everyone. No one understands that more than Tiger Woods. Late on the back 9, after a missed putt, Charlie looked up, scanning the gallery, and caught his father's eyes for half a second. Tiger didn't flinch, didn't move, he didn't need to. His silence was the message. Round 2 brought a response from Charlie, steadier, calmer, sharper. He posted a 74, just 3 over, a respectable round on its own but not nearly enough. The damage from day 1 had already sealed his fate, leaving him 12 strokes outside the cut. NBC called it one of the highest profile exits of the championship. Golf Digest agreed, noting a cleaner swing but the same harsh math. Still, something had shifted. His posture was straighter, his body language steadier, his fight undeniable. But this wasn't Coral Springs or the AJGA. This was the US Junior, Amateur, and the lights burned hotter here. Then came the walk, captured by the New York Post. Tiger behind his son, arms folded, sunglasses on, silent under the Dallas heat. For Tiger, watching his son stumble on this stage must have cut deep. For Charlie, it must have cut deeper still. Yet, this is where greatness is forged, and not in the highlight reels, but in the sting of failure, in the question of whether you rise again. Charlie's exit proved one thing. This wasn't Tiger Woods' kid on the course, it was CharlieWoods, the contender. But golf doesn't care about names or legacies. Under pressure, even legends can break. And what came next, no one not even Tiger could have predicted. By the turn at Trinity Forest, the wheels were already off. Charlie's card told the story, 81 strokes, 11 over par. Tied for 242nd out of 264 players in a tournament designed for rising stars. The front 9 unraveled fast, +8 through 9, drive spraying wide, approaches falling short. And his once reliable short game looking tentative. A string of doubles, capped by a disastrous 4-putt on the par 3 7th, crushed any early momentum. Confidence vanished, rhythm gone, every swing looked like a guess. The back 9 gave a flicker of hope, a birdie at 11, another at 15, brief smiles that faded with a bogey on 16 and a misread at 17, before limping home with Par on 18 that felt more like mercy than redemption. YAHOO Sports captured the mood. Charlie walked slower, shoulders slouched, a step behind, glancing at Tiger before looking back down, carrying the weight not just of the round but of expectation itself. This wasn't a meltdown or a learning curve, it was a collapse. And with one round left, the conversation shifted from can he contend to can he even survive the cut. The numbers were merciless. Out of 14 fairways, Charlie found just 4.28%, far below the field average on a course that punishes misses. His scrambling stats ranked near the bottom, with missed chips and timid flops turning every missed green into a bogey or worse. The putter sealed it, 2.1 putts per hole. Compared to the elite junior average of 1.6, a half-stroke bled away on every hole that added up to disaster. For double bogeys alone, he raced any chance at stability. And according to NBC projections, with the cut hovering around +2 or +3, Charlie was buried. Charlie sat at +11, 9 shots back with just one round to go. The math said no, but in golf, pride is everything, and right now he was playing for more than a cut. Each swing pushed the cut line further into the distance until it vanished entirely. And then came the image that said it all without a word spoken. Tiger Woods on the rope line, cap low, arms crossed, eyes locked in. No smile, no nod, no whisper of advice, just silence. AFP and Yahoo captured it perfectly. This wasn't the engaged Tiger who knelt to read putts at the PNC or who offered encouragement at junior stops. This was Tiger as a statue, watching every shot like it carried the weight of the family name. And Charlie felt it. After a flared drive, a pulled putt, another sloppy double, his eyes darted toward his dad, but Tiger never moved. That silence roared louder than any cheer. Analysts wondered, was this frustration, tough love, or simply Tiger letting his son face the fire alone? Whatever it was, it stung. Because this wasn't just a rough round, it was the nightmare every young golfer fears. And to endure it under the stare of the greatest of all time made it cut deeper. The scorecard told the truth. 81, tied for 242nd, 9 strokes off the projected cut. NBC didn't sugarcoat it perfection or pack it up. To have any shot, Charlie needed flawless golf, nerves steady, fairways found, putts sunk, noise silenced. And yes, he'd done it before Coral Springs. Led a JGA playoff, rallying back with birdies and a clutch 10-footer to win. That was Charlie at his best. Resilient, fierce, composed. But this wasn't Coral Springs. This was the US Junior Amateur, with college coaches, cameras, and whispers of "that's Tiger's son" trailing every tee shot. WFAA noted he looked stoic but exhausted after the round, skipping interviews, walking straight to the car with Tiger following silently behind. This was no longer about numbers, it was about confidence, identity. And whether this was just a stumble or the first real taste of golf's cruelty, Tiger's expression may have said it all, but what came next would speak louder. Charlie's next round would be the real test.